Hey you guys. So today I made some Snapchats and a post on my Instagram about some news regarding my breast implants. So a lot of you don't have Snapchat, so I thought I'd go ahead and just kind of make a little video blog about this topic and kind of share my news, share my experience, and really be able to kind of talk about the details of it, since I haven't really talked a lot about the details. So I guess I'll kind of start with the history. I never wanted breast implants. I was really happy with just the natural boobs that I had until I had a baby, breastfed that baby, and then did bikini competitions. So getting really lean after breastfeeding a baby made it so that my breasts were super, super, super not just flat, but like this, there was like excess skin, and it wasn't a pretty sight. It was like they were so small, and I couldn't even like push them up anymore. Like for the bikini competitions, like I couldn't even like push them up because they had been like so like inflated and then deflated that the skin was like wrinkly. It was yeah, it was rough. It was rough. So after like quite a few months of competing and feeling like I had a really good chance of becoming pro, I really took it seriously of thinking about getting breast implants. So after my second national show, I came home and immediately booked an appointment with a plastic surgeon, and I still wasn't even convinced that I was going to get them. I more just wanted to kind of like feel out the process. So I made an appointment, kind of felt out the process. Really did not want big boobs. I just wanted like, just big enough. And so I went ahead and I got breast implants. The plastic surgeon made me feel like it was really safe. I could have more babies. I could breastfeed more babies. And that there was, really minimal risk to all of this. He did say that there was a really small chance of capsular contracture, that the chance of that would be increased if my age was like, over 40 something, if I was a smoker, if I had like really bad issues with scar tissue in the past. I had none of those risk factors. So I really just went ahead thinking I was risk-free. Breast implants were going to be awesome. Got the breast implants. So yeah, they were great at first, and then as time went on, I started to notice they got harder, and they started to be even higher. So they were like hard little balls, like at the very top of my chest. And my mom like saw them and felt them and was like, okay, Amy, you have to go back to your plastic surgeon. Like, this is not normal. This isn't right. And since I'd never had implants before, and I hadn't really felt other implants before, I didn't know what was normal, what wasn't normal. So I made an appointment. So this was probably about 7 or 8 months after getting the implants. I made an appointment with my plastic surgeon. He saw them, felt them, and said, oh yeah, you have capsular contracture. I think it was like stage 3, he said. And yeah, so they were hard. I couldn't lay on my stomach ever comfortably after getting them. They weren't distorted. They were still round, but they were just really hard and really high. And I guess people were like, oh, they just haven't dropped yet, or there was so many other excuses. People said that, that they would like get softer and drop or something after having them, but they just never did. So with all of that said, we scheduled my first revision surgery, which was my second surgery total, to be done. It was right after my string of pro shows. For those of you who followed me for a while, I did 5 pro shows, IFBB Pro bikini shows, back to back, basically in like a 6 week period. So basically 5 shows in 6 weeks. I am a crazy person. And I got home and I knew that I needed the surgery, and that was extra depressing to me, knowing that I was going to have another surgery on my boobs. And I think that's part of why I rebounded as bad as I did after those pro shows, if any of you guys remember that or followed my journey. So I had my first revision surgery to fix the implants, to remove all of the scar tissue, which is called a capsulectomy, and then to do a re-implant. And this time I decided to change the profile, so to make them high profile versus that like really natural moderate profile that I'd had before, because I was kind of like, well, I'm gonna get surgery anyway, might as well make them a little bit bigger and better. So I went just a tiny bit bigger and did the high profile. So after that surgery, I had really bad bruising on one of the breasts from that kind of aggressive surgery, and within about 6 weeks of that surgery, they started to harden again. Like, and I was religious about the massaging and everything that you're supposed to do. I was even taking the Singulair, the vitamin E, everything that you're supposed to do to keep them soft after surgery. So, following all the rules and doing everything right, and I was still seeing them get harder and harder, and the plastic surgeon was following me really closely, like seeing him every single week, basically to watch what was happening. And he decided that I would need a third surgery. And at this point, I honestly thought, okay, should I just remove them? Should I try again? And I remember I was just in tears that day, and I looked at the surgeon and I said, what would you do? Like, what would you do if you were me? Would you get them removed? Would you do this again? I don't want a third surgery. And he looked at me and he said, if you were my wife or my daughter, I would say just to try one more time. So I did. So I tried again. We did another capsulectomy, so removing all that scar tissue, and another re-implant. So basically just the exact same implants this time. And by the way, for those of you who are wondering or who would like to know the details of all of this, I got silicone under the muscle. So those are supposed to be the very best for reducing your chance of capsular contracture to begin with. So with that said, I tried and it didn't work. So the third surgery happened the end of September of 2014. And things seemed to be healing better at the end of that surgery. I thought that we were like going to be doing a lot better, but we did start to see them get harder and harder. And the surgeon even tried to break the scar tissue manually on the outside of my skin one day, and that left me with like a bulge. So the scar tissue broke open, and now I have like a bulge of implant on one of the breasts, and the other one is just hard. So I found out I was pregnant with Van just right after all of that happened. So we decided just to, lay off and not do anything for a while. I didn't have obviously any more surgeries, and the option of surgery was off the table until I was completely done breastfeeding Van, and had been done for quite a few months. So with that said, I waited until I had been done breastfeeding for a full 3 months, went back to the surgeon, saw him, and he said, yeah, you still have capsular contracture. It's better than it was at the very beginning, but we are going to need to go ahead and do another surgery. I knew that was coming. It was still hard to hear that. But with hearing that, I really started to think, do I really want another surgery? How much are implants worth to me? Do I want to just get them removed? And so I decided, though, that this time I would, no matter what, go ahead and have a consult with another surgeon, because I felt like it was the right thing to do. Not that I didn't trust my surgeon. I actually really liked my surgeon, and I trusted him, and I got a good feeling from him. But I really felt like just to know what would be the right thing to do, having another consult with another surgeon would be a good choice. So there was another surgeon who is also in the Draper area who was very highly recommended to me by a friend who recently had implants, and just said he's really, really great. He has amazing reviews online, which he does. He has really, really good reviews. So I went ahead and booked an appointment with him, and I had to wait like an entire month to be able to even get in with him. So he's a busy guy. So that was today. Today I had this appointment with this surgeon. I took my medical records from my previous surgeon, took them with me, saw the surgeon, and after looking through all of my information and examining me and the current state of my implants, he said that he thinks I should go ahead and remove the implants. He says that in his experience, he's noticed that most of the time capsular contracture is caused by some sort of bacteria getting into the area of the implants and causing problems. And that bacteria literally cannot leave until the implants are completely gone. The body just can't heal itself and can't get rid of that bacteria until the implants are just no more for like 3 months at least. So he said that every time that they do like a capsulectomy and like wash out everything and put in new implants, that old bacteria still remains a little bit and will adhere to every implant that you get. So trying again is not the right thing to do, he thinks. So, and my gut feeling was kind of telling me the same thing. My gut feeling was saying, just get the implants removed. So him saying that really like struck with me, and I felt like, okay, I think what he's saying is the right thing to do. So I have decided to go ahead and have the implants removed, and he said he suggests waiting at least 9 months before even considering getting implants put in again. So that's 3 months for the bacterial infection to completely heal itself, and then another 6 months for the body to really soften the scar tissue that's already been built up and that's been going on in there for so long. So so yeah, that was hard to hear, and it's hard to accept the idea of not having implants after like really committing myself to having implants, because I didn't even want them in the first place. When I was really lean and I was starting to compete, I totally didn't even mind that I didn't have implants. Like, I really liked my super athletic look with like no boobs. I liked it. I really loved it. And I loved how I could lift with no implants. There was no restriction. I could have an amazing back day. I could lift chest. I had like cool chest muscle. Like, I actually really loved not having implants. And I really only chose to get them because of competing and because it was getting so hard to do photo shoots and to pretend to stuff my bra when I didn't have anything. So it was kind of, I realize now, like looking back, like I got them for like, for super shallow reasons, like, and when I come to think of it, I don't know if there are really any non-shallow reasons to get implants. I'm not saying that it's wrong to get implants, because hey, I did it too. I thought that it was the right thing to do, and I thought it would help me feel better about myself. And hey, there is something to be said for having boobs. It's something that makes you feel feminine. It makes you feel like a woman to have boobs. With that said, there's a lot of controversy about how having implants can affect your overall health. Not just having capsular contractures, problems like that, but like other problems like causing like depression or fatigue, or causing kind of like what they call breast implant illness. So who knows if that's real? I don't know, but there's a lot of people that argue it is. So with all of that said, I'm going to be having my breast implants removed in about a month, so end of January. And yeah, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I shed some tears today, but hey, it's okay. Implants definitely do not define me. They don't make me more beautiful. It was cool to have them, but it will be really nice to not have the pain and the issues that I've had to deal with from having all of the capsular contractures and the excess scar tissue. I have like a little bit of pain like every day. Like, so I know that's not normal with the breast implants, and it will be great to not have that. So c'est la vie. It is what it is, and this will be an interesting new journey of, hey, I'm Bikini Pro with no boobs, and if I get back on stage, cool. If I don't, no biggie. I think living a healthy, fit life is more important than anything else, and setting that example for my family and for my kids especially is the most important thing. So thanks you guys for all of your support and for following me along, and now you know the details. And all right, so until next time, I'll see you later.